people dream of their last day of work. The thought of spending the next 40 years of your life and also a slave to a boss can be overwhelming. It's no surprise if some people strive to produce earning streams that will put them in a position to retire in their 30s or 40s instead of their 60s or 70s. Becoming monetarily independent and retiring early can be an excellent option for some people, yet others discover it to be less than enjoyable for various aspects. You may be thinking about what could be wrong with having enough cash to fund your spendings while lounging around spending your time as you please. There are many pros to becoming economically independent and also retiring early. However, some cons might come as a shock. Have a look at for good and for bad parts of retiring early, so you can implement a plan that will certainly supply one of the most enjoyment and satisfaction. But before we start, welcome to our channel and make sure to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you will be updated and you can start making things happen. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any concerns, questions or opinions about the video, leave a comment down below. Now let's get back to the video. Pro number 1. You will have more flexibility with your time. Probably the single largest advantage of retiring early has flexibility. After all, you won't have a boss to answer to, or your job will certainly your requirement to invest a significant percentage of your waking hours. Additionally, there is the time and money that's spent commuting, getting ready for work, and winding down when you get home. After a long week of work, you can also use much of your weekend can also be used to relax from the week before and get ready for the work week ahead. It leaves a small amount of time that could be spent with friends and family compared to somebody who does not need to work for money. Continue on this path for the better part of your life and you could be skipping on your children, saucer games, travels and other pleasures, and also that you would certainly be able to live where you want. Where, though thinking about the proximity of your workplace. Pro number 2, you could live a more meaningful life. Being economically independent and also not having to work can be liberating. When generating income is not your essential inspiration, there is much more time and energy for you to spend elsewhere. Some argue that even though work for an entire week, money is not their primary motivation. If that's just how you feel, have a look at your schedule. Do you spend 40 hours or more weekly on any another single job? The good news is that you have a lot more time to concentrate on various other passions. Once you require to work, it could be creating a business that has meaning, volunteering, devoting more time to belief, or helping others in some way. Because you become monetarily independent and retire early doesn't suggest you cannot pursue a meaningful job. A new venture with little responsibility may also bring unexpected monetary success. Pro number 3. You will learn to live below your means. Lifestyle inflation is a highly usual occurrence among the working force. It is simply spending more as your earnings rise. It's okay to spend more money when your earnings increase, but your savings rate should also continue to grow. For example, if you were earning $50,000 and saving $5,000, but now you are earning $100,000, you should be conserving more than $5,000 or $10,000. You might save $20,000 or $30,000 and still be taking home more cash than you were before. Savings rate need to continue to increase as earnings increase, but that doesn't imply it's not risk-free to invest a bit much more when your earnings do climb. Living below your method sounds like a lifestyle that's specified by a miser's mindset. It's completely incorrect. All rich people live below their means. If they didn't, they lose it all. It's challenging to grow wealthy while spending the entirety of your income. Pro number 4, you will be less stressed. Money is just one of the top causes of stress for several Americans. Struggling to earn an income to pay a mortgage, car payments, phone bills, and more can be incredibly frustrating. A lack of money can cause various negative scenarios such as delayed healthcare, poor mental and physical health, and unhealthy coping behavior. Those who declare money is not crucial probably are not aware that money problems are the number one cause of divorce. The cushion of having savings and financial investments as beneficial lengthy before retired life. Gaining enough wealth to live comfortably, cover unexpected expenses, and also at some point invest your days as you peak will undoubtedly negate this major reason for stress. It will certainly lead to an extra pleasurable as well as much healthier life. Con number 1. The unpredictability of the future. Although many people are looking for economic independence, map out their strategy well, there are still unexpected points that can arise. Tax structures are always changing, which could widely influence your take-on pays unless your financial investments are held alone in a Roth IRA, which is not likely due to the low maximum annual contribution. You will go through these changes. Inexpensive like a major illness might additionally disrupt your finances. Additionally, the state of the economy is continuously changing and the future is difficult to predict. We could see years where the marketplaces do not increase at all, or there could be hyperinflation. Those who retire early should be extra careful. Running out of money in your 50s or 60s could be a significant issue is the peak of your career and earning potential has likely passed kind. Con number 2, it could be challenging to go back to work. If a person retires early and finds out it's not right for them or needs to return to work, that could be an issue. Retirees generally choose to go back to work for economic factors or because they are bored. There is absolutely nothing incorrect with getting back in their workforce, but it could be tough to return to a previous job field due to constant modifications. Without continued job experience, one skill set might not match the needs of the economic climate, and obtaining rehire could be difficult. You should also be competing against younger people with recent education as well as experience. An additional option could be beginning a business. Thinking you have remained present in is aware of people's requirement, but that can also be difficult if your working years gotten rid of. Con number 3, you might be bored. It's pretty common for people to believe retirement will be fantastic, filled with endless traveling, reading, knitting, as well as relaxing. You can never play too much golf. Well, you will have plenty of time to delight in your spare time and hobbies that could get old fast. Spending time with your children would certainly be fantastic, but what about when they are in school? Will your partner be retired also? It's very easy to fill out gaps in your day while working a full-time job, but retired life can be very boring. The chances are that a lot of your family and friends will be working all week. The initial few months of retired life will certainly be enjoyable, but that excess of time regularly leads to a lack of satisfaction and even hobbies begin to lose their alarm. Birdwatching is not just enjoyable day after day. Undoubtedly, it is not constantly the situation as many early retirees are delighted with their life choices. Many retirees choose to seek part-time work. Con number 4, FIRE is difficult. Also, very committed proponents of the FIRE movement understand that it could be difficult. There will be options that require to be made while you are still working and during retired life. Both the extreme savings techniques to achieve it and adjusting to the lifestyle of someone that's generally much older won't be simple. When peers are out purchasing residences with payments as high as they can afford and requiring usual debts that will take years to pay for, it will certainly feel counterproductive to be aggressively getting ready for retirement. Saving cash in general can be more challenging to do. Never mind at the high prices needed to retire early. Those who take pleasure in the communication and the jobs associated with will miss those functions well. Others will certainly find it challenging to develop a sense of identity that doesn't revolve around a career. Also, those who usually old age struggle with these points, and retiring decades earlier intensifies the problem. However, monetary freedom and early retirement are appealing. Getting in is not fun and games. When making any choice, there will certainly be sacrifices as well as it's up to you to identify if they are worth making. It's typical to listen to older people say they desire they had begun investing earlier. Yet you rarely listen to somebody claim they wish they had not invested as much. The good news is that if early retirement is not all it's gone crazy to be, you can return to work even if it implies taking a position in various fields. It's better to have at least the choice than being required to help the rest of your life. Achieving financial independence will undoubtedly give you a new degree of freedom that will not be regretted. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you get some value out of this video, and that's it. Before we go, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, hit the like button, and I will see you in some of my following videos.